going to mix and match some products. So we're going to do eyeshadow out of the Frozen 2 ColourPop palette because I wanted to pick up on some of these purpley tones because that's kind of what we have going on today. And then we're going to finish it off with Pharmacy mascara and eyeliner. The rest of my face is entirely Pharmacy. So if you have any questions about those products or want a sample, drop it in the comments and let me know and I will get up with you. So let's start here with her. So I'm going to get a kind of fluffy brush and we're going to start with this shade right here. And I'm going to go into my crease with it and kind of blend her out. I personally like to blend as I go. So instead of kind of doing it all at the end and kind of having ended up muddying up some colors. And I'm going to start light and we add more as we go because, you know, it's easier to add than take away. I'm going to stick close to this. And I bring mine up a little bit higher just because I have, I don't necessarily have like the skin that hangs down. I have a really big like brow bone that hovers over my lid. So I want to make sure that you can see these colors. So if you have a hooded eye, one trick to that is just to bring your color up a little bit higher. We don't want to go all the way to the brow. We want to leave a little bit of space. But when you bring the color up, it just opens your eye up even more and you can see those colors. Like, why do your eyes if you're not going to be able to see it when you open them? One other thing you want to do is, you see how I'm doing my eyeshadow with my eye open? Keep your eye open, or at least if you do it with your eyes shut, open your eye up and kind of see where you are with your eye open and see if you need to bring it up a little bit higher, extend it out a little bit more, deepen it. Don't wait till the end and then open your eye and be like, what happened? I'm just going to blend that edge up. And then you just kind of play with it just to get them to match. Don't make them like my eyebrows where they are not matching today. And one seriously needs a diet. One of them does. She needs a diet. Okay, next up, we're going to come into our outer corner. And let's see. We're going to go in. We want to go purpley. Let's go in with this one. I'm not going to go real heavy. I'm just going to kind of tap into it. And then we're going to tap the color on. So I'm going to stick to this outer corner. When you tap it and you use a smaller brush, it just gives you more control of where you're placing that color. And then you can kind of come in and kind of buff it out once you get it mainly where you want it. And same thing, kind of open your eye up, see where that color is laying and where you need to add or maybe blend it out a little bit. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. This one's harder for me to see because I'm blonde in the other eye.
Mom was blonde with black hair.
I have a child in the background.
No, you have a child.
I should say, I have a child in the peanut gallery back here.
Who's peanut gallery?
Who's the peanut gallery?
I want to eat you.
That must be showing my age.
I want chocolate cake.
So I'm going to kind of blend out these edges.
Go on. Go on.
A mother's job is never done. I gotta love it. Stop. Okay. This eye always looks better because I can see what I'm doing better. I really should put my contacts in, but I don't. Because, you know, do what you want. Alright. Next off, let's see. We're going to come in. I'm actually going to go with, let's go with this white color. I don't think I haven't really played with it a whole lot. I'm going to take a flat brush. I'm going to take some setting spray and I'm going to spritz it down just to dampen it. And then I'm actually going to pack my brush. So I'm going to press my brush into it. And I'm even going to take it and kind of push up a little bit and loosen up some of the color and pack it into both sides of this brush. And then just tap it off. And then what you want to do is use the round corner of this brush to stay in your crease, okay? So I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to tap it, press it in this corner, okay? We are not going with circle motions or windshield wipers. Pat and press. She's pretty. I'm getting like not. Can you not do that? Thank you. I'm getting like 90 vibes off of the white. Like late 90s, early 2000s.
Papa.
I'm just going to take it and kind of edge that into that. We're going to come back and blend that, so hold tight. I'm going to take my brush. I'm going to spritzer again. I'm going to do the same thing, okay? So come in here and just kind of press up, kind of scooch up a little bit of it. Press down. Okay, and pack your brush. Tap it off just a little bit, just so you don't have all that fall out, because we've already done the rest of our face makeup and we don't want to mess that up. I just cannot get in the habit of doing my eyes first. I think it's the fact that you have to do your eyes and then come back and finish them. I just have gotten so used to doing my foundation, everything first, and then then doing my eyes. I'm going to come down into my tear duct right there. In the inner corner. You like my necklace?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to grab my brush that I used with my outer corner. We're not going to add any product to it, but I'm going to come in here and kind of bump up against this white.
No.
And just kind of marry them together. I'm not going for like some sharp look. I want it more flowy, blended out. So I'm just going to blend those two together. I'm going to grab my first brush that I used with my, what, sweetie? With our crease color. I'm going to dip back into it just a little bit. And I'm going to come back into my crease and blend out the top. And when you're doing your eyeshadow, don't judge your job until you have eyeliner, mascara, until you are done, okay? Because I promise you, sometimes you're like, no ma'am, I don't know what happened here, but it ain't cute. And once you get everything else on, it ends up looking perfect. So here, I'm going to come here. Now, when you get to this point, you kind of just play with it. Like if you want to deepen it up a little bit in the corners, you can come back and do that. You can deepen these corners up a little bit. Jocelyn, stop. Sometimes when you blend, you'll lose a little bit. So you just come back in. If you want to brighten this up, you just add a little bit more. If you want this white to kind of be your pop and your showstopper, then top it off. And then we're just kind of going to push it back into the purple. And blend them. All right. Then we're going to take our brush that had the outer corner. I'm not dipping it back in, but I'm going to take it And I'm going to run it about 3/4 of the way on my lash line. Okay, so I'm bringing that color underneath. I'm gonna have a blush. And I'm just going to blend this. There's nothing on this brush. I just kind of want to soften that edge up. Unless I'm doing like a really sharp look and doing lashes and the whole nine,
Mama.
I like a softer look.
Mama.
That's always just kind of been my preference. It just depends on what you're going for.
Mama.
All right, eyeliner, I'm using the Pharmacy Extra Last. This is in Plum. I love this because it rolls up. There's no sharpening. And it doesn't go anywhere. It dries and she stays. And I have sensitive eyes and it doesn't bother me. And I'm just going to use it on the bottom. These are my favorite liners that Pharmacy offers. They're my favorite. And then we're going to finish it up with our Optimal Mascara.
Can I put it in the bag?
You want to put that back in there? You going to help me out? Thank you. My little helper. This mascara I think is my favorite. Like, I love most of the mascaras. The only one I don't love that Pharmacy has is the 3D mascara, and it's because I don't like the brush. The Optimal I really like. It has a silicone brush. It's a good size. It feels good in your hand. It's not too bulky. But the wand, to me, just really separates out your lashes. And for somebody like me who has really short, fine, blonde lashes, I really want something that's going to grab hold of them and just give me as much length as I possibly can. And also make sure that I'm coating my lash from base to tip. So make sure you're really going into that base, wiggling it into your brush, and running your brush all the way through. If you're just slapping it on the tips, you're cutting yourself short. Go ahead and bring it all the way through.
Mommy,
Yes, dear.
I put my brush here.
No, you can't dip your brush in there. Not today. We got to go somewhere. My 3-year-old wants to do her makeup. But we got to go somewhere. I'm like, oh, not today. Not today, Ladybug. So, same thing. I'm going to grab that base, kind of wiggle it in, and pull it through.
No, I glued it.
And I like because the way it's designed, it's easy to kind of get down in here without getting too close to your nose. You know, when you bop your nose, that's the worst. And then you got to clean it up. So then I do a second coat. So I dip back in and I catch about halfway and I kind of pull the lashes back. And then I just flip the brush over. And catch my second coat. And there you go. So ColourPop eyeshadow, Pharmacy mascara, and eyeliner. It's so pretty. I love it. All right. Thanks for watching so much. I appreciate you.